Go ahead, Doris. Try this again.
Start all over?
Introduction and all.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Right?
I think I better cut off the fat and get straight to the meat.
Okay, guys. No, let's go on. We're doing good. I don't know what happened, but let's... Wait a minute, because I gotta get this off. Delete this out? Do I delete it out?
We will. Leave it there for now.
Well, I don't know how to get back into it. I have to wait until you count me down.
Here we come. Here we come. Go ahead. You should be able to get it now.
Gilbert, what are you saying to me? I should be able to go and do the introduction now?
Yes, ma'am.
You ready?
Go. They've already been recording.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption, but we had some technical difficulty, and we're here again, and we're going to start all over again. And I'm going to say I'm Doris Hall James. Welcome to the Indie Show. And this evening, my guest is Firestorm. What an action-packed name for an action-packed group. Their performances are full of excitement, full of energy and vigor, and this band will keep you on your feet from the time they walk on the stage until the time they walk off. Firestorm will share their experiences, knowledge, pros and cons, and influences in the music business with you. Once again, let's welcome Firestorm.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Hello, Firestorm. Hello.
Facebook fans, how y'all doing?
Let's try it. Okay. Okay, so let's introduce everybody. Oh, let me introduce Dennis first. Dennis Sproul, and he is the spokesman and the leader for Firestorm. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now you can introduce or you can let them introduce themselves.
I'm Michael Washington, keyboard player for Firestorm.
Welcome, Michael.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm Oscar Murphy,
Hi, Oscar.
vocalist for Firestorm.
Okay.
A. Nathan Grove, bass player.
Oh, hi, Nathan. All these bass players coming. Okay.
Leon Jones, congas and percussion.
Hi, Leon.
My name is the Honorable Reverend Dr. Mr. Brother Vince. Just Vince, keyboard player.
Okay.
And we
it's
also
good to
have the drummer,
back.
who's not here, John Gregory.
John Gregory. Okay.
And Michael Washington is also our music director.
Okay.
He's very humble.
Yeah. Someone was talking to me about you the other day, and that's why I asked you, were you Chappie's brother? I don't know. I was trying to think who it was, but they were talking some good things about you.
Really? Was
Yeah.
it bad?
No, we're all good. No, I don't remember bad things.
Was
I
it
just
Matt Green? He was a
it
good
maybe
friend-
was
good
Matt
friend of
Green,
the family.
because he's always on here. Maybe it was Matt Green. Okay, so let's go on. How did Firestorm get together? How was the members chosen? Let's go all over again. Okay.
Well, it all started as a young passion that I had for music. My family was very musical inclined. All my mother, my brothers, my mom, brothers and sisters, they all played instruments and sung.
Mhm.
My dad, he sung with the Cruisers.
Mhm.
And at this time, I was a kid, and I was a singer, but he wanted to teach me to play the guitar because he was a master playing the guitar. You know, he played that bop, bebop, and all that kind of stuff there, classical music. And at this time, I just wanted to play, go outside and play. So he would lock us in the room with the guitar. So me and my brother would slide out the window and go out the window. But each time I would go out and play, you're on the kid, you play sports on the block and all that kind of stuff there. We had a band on our block, a young band. And I would always go up the street and listen to them. Because a lot of times when my dad in practice, they would be outside the window. You know how you'd be people in the house practicing, they'd be outside. So one day I took liberty to try to join their band. I told them I was a guitar player. So they said, okay, well, we're going to audition you. I think I knew one chord, E minor. They said, you ain't no guitar player. I said, yes, I am. They said, man, brother, I know you want to join the band and all that kind of stuff there, but I'll tell you what we do. We know you can sing. We bring you as a background singer. So I said, okay, I just wanted to be in the group, this and that. And they was pretty good. During this time we was kids, doing block parties and stuff like that. But I always had a passion for music. And I think I became like 15, 16, we started breaking up. Everybody start going their separate ways. And I think when I became like 20, 21, 22, I ran into Oscar. We formed a band. I think y'all had Rob and them.
Yeah.
That thing, it was Sinister Band. They had a band called Sinister. So when I came in, we changed the name to Bonte.
Yep.
Remember? We changed the name to Bonte. So it took place few years went by. We did a few gigs, but it just never worked. For some reason, with Rob, he was a good friend. He like a brother to us, but it wasn't what God wanted us to have.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
during this time, we had split up again through, life crisis and stuff like that. And I think it became to the early 90s. I went to a bar one time because I think I was inquiring about Oscar. They said, well, go down 29th and Ridge. He's singing down there. So I went down 29th and Ridge. I walked in, and Oscar saw me. So I'm sitting back just looking at him. I wanted to see if he still had it. So I'm sitting in the back. I'm just watching. So at the end of the night, I walked up to him. I said, Oscar, I said, if you're looking for another band, I'm trying to put the band back together. I said, you still got it, remember? I said, you still got it. I said, I think we're going to go some places this time. So I said, if you're looking for a band, just give me a call. So I think about a month later, Oscar called me and said, Dennis, I'm in. So I said, okay, man. So then I was downtown one day. For some reason, God would just lead me to him. I ran into Nate. I think he was playing with some white band or something. Remember that? He was playing with some white band down 40th Street or something.
Okay.
I walked in, seen Nate. I said, Nate, I'm trying to put the band back together. One thing I can say about Nate, he has always been the most humblest dude I've ever seen in my life. And he never denied me anything. He said,
I appreciate that.
yeah, real rap.
See,
he
now you're
said,
learning something about
yeah, he
him.
was always humble. He said, but you got to give, the Bible says to give honor to those who do honor. And Nate never denied me anything. He just said, Dennis, I'm in. So I said, okay. So by this time, we formed a group. We had this other drummer called John Hart III, the third, remember? We had a dude called John Hart III, but it wasn't working out. So the keyboard player at this time, he had quit because we got a female singer named Danielle Collins. And he became jealous of the girl, and he left. So Nate said, okay, I'll tell you what, I got somebody. I didn't know he was talking about Mike. So he went and got Mike. I said, well, I came back and said, wow, this is crazy. It's the same band we had before, what I mean? That I had before. So we all sit up here and we kicking it, and we just gelling automatically. So now we start doing gigs because for some reason the music just came to us easy. It wasn't hard. It was just when we learned the song, Mike would give us the chords or I would give us the chords, Nate would have his input, and we would just play it and it just came together.
Okay.
So by this time we rolling. So I'm in Lou and Choose one day. I don't know why you don't think I met you in Lou and Choose.
I thought you
You
came with a
choose.
rehearsal.
No, I seen you in Lou and Choose. You was playing the Congos. You was sitting
I
there.
was with Calvin and
I said, Leon, you still playing?
Kid Barnwell.
Yeah, and you said, yeah. I said, Leon, I said, we're looking for a Congo player. And you said, come to the rehearsal that y'all had
Oh,
on
that's what
21st
happened.
Street.
Oh, that's how we
Right.
got to the rehearsal.
He said, come to the rehearsal. So we came down to rehearsal with you.
Yeah.
And then Leon said, man, I'm tired of this mess with this band. He was with this other band. He said, man, I'm with y'all. So I said, okay. And he fit like a glove. Everything was just fitting like a glove. So now we doing shows, we performing. I run into John Hall, the boss man.
Yes.
And he's like, man, y'all the baddest band in the land. He said, I told you, man, I'm going to put you on all the shows that I'm doing. So I said, okay, and he did. He started putting us on all these shows, and anything that he was on, we was on. And people started taking notice to us. So that's why when we did do the album, I felt liberty to write a song for
Right.
him.
Well, let's shout out
Right,
to
that
John
was a
Hall.
shout. Right, that was a
Yes.
shout out for John Hall. That
Yes.
was my appreciation to him for looking out for us. So during these times, we ran back into Vince, and during this time, Vince was like, I didn't even know how to approach Vince. Vince to me was like Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? He didn't know this, but for real though, that's how I used to look up to Vince in the music.
Still like
Vince,
Michael Jackson, right?
Vince was one of the only kind of guys that took music so seriously that if you didn't come right, don't come to him at all. And I respected that, and
Still like that.
Yeah.
but I respected that. But when I knew that we was doing okay, when Vince said, okay, I'm coming with y'all. Ain't nobody that could play gonna come with somebody that can't play.
That's right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when Vince finally gave us, he said, man, you got pretty good, man. He said, I like what y'all doing. I think y'all doing something as long as y'all serious. And we said, okay, well, we serious, and we just been rolling ever since. And it's just been heaven since, man. I'm thankful for everything that God gave us. I'm thankful for the vision, that them following my vision, because God gave me a vision that we will go far, that we will be the first band in Philly to get signed, which we was at the time. We had got signed. And by this time, people was playing games with the contracts and stuff like that. And I think we was downtown. Y'all had the guy getting ready to sign a contract for y'all, so they called me after this time. I was owning the cleaners on Bronery. So I'm at work, and they got me on the conference call. And this guy said, yeah, I want to sign y'all for 5 years. So he said, 10 years? No, he said, I'm
10
signing y'all
years.
for 5 years with an additional 5.
Yeah.
And after the additional 5, y'all got to pay me 75%
Right.
after each year. I said, excuse me?
Crazy.
I said, hold up, don't sign nothing. I'm running down there. So I come down there, right? We come down to the office. I'm looking at the guy. He said, oh, I can tell you're going to be a problem. I said, brother, I ain't a problem. You the problem.
Yeah.
And I said, that sounds like some kind of distortion. You know what I mean? If I got to pay you for a 5-year contract, then I got to pay you after the contract is over. That's distortion. I said, I tell you what, we're not going this way. So we stayed firm.
You would still be in that contract.
And one thing about us, we always stayed firm. Because
Okay.
one thing
And you
about
always stay together.
we stayed together because we
Togetherness.
always God-fearing.
Okay.
And that's what I honor and respect the most. We was all God-fearing. And we just stayed firm. You know, we played in front of one person like it was 1,000. When we first got out there, it was like 2 people coming to see us. And they was like, man, there's something about y'all, man. Y'all just play like y'all playing in front of a concert. You know, y'all going somewhere. And I'd be like, yeah, okay, you're right. We going somewhere. You're right. Thank you very much, you know. But I start seeing the escalation. I start seeing it come to fruition. And that's how we formed. And here we are, Firestorm.
Well, that's a great story. That's a great, and I like the togetherness. I like you had a vision, and they followed and saw your vision, and you brought them in. And the thing about it, I think you said you all were playing together at one time before, and you broke up, and then you joined. God put it
Yeah,
all
put it
back together. Okay, so that is really
I think
good.
you and I've been in about 4 or 5 bands together, haven't we?
But I'm talking about the nucleus with me, you, Nate,
Me,
and Mike.
you and Nate and Mike. We was deep cover at that time.
Yeah.
Well, can
With
we
Neil on
With
the
Neil
drum.
on drums, that's right.
can we go around and get a little information of Mike? How did you start your music career?
My dad's a well-known Philadelphia musician, Donald Washington Sr. And I come from a line of musicians. All my brothers are musicians. We're 5 of us. We were like the Jackson 5 back in the day. And we went to, born and raised right here in West Philadelphia. I went to Huey School, and there were music programs in the schools those days. Shame that they took it out because the kids really need music,
Yes.
you know, as an art form. And playing with local bands, and Vince and I grew up on the same block.
Okay.
And so we played together since we were kids, and you know, I ran into Dennis and Nate, and you know, they formed a group, and I've been with them ever since.
Okay. Okay, Oscar.
Me, I started in church.
Okay.
I used to always hum the songs. I didn't know the words, but I would hum them because I would pick out the melody and just start humming it.
Not the melody. Do you write songs?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And
Okay.
my
Speak up a
father
little bit.
and my mother
That's cool, Oscar.
both were singers, but my father was a musician also.
Okay.
He could sing anything. Male. My mother could sing Aretha Franklin, Gloria Lynn,
Oh my
Dinah
God.
Washington, Nancy Wilson, Etta James, just like them. My father could sing Sam Cooke to the max. The Temptations, he did every voice.
Awesome.
Every
Awesome.
voice. So he wanted me to learn instruments, but my thing was always singing too. You know what I mean? I never have been able to play any instruments, but I met these guys, and they all are good guys. You know what I'm saying? And when you get something good, you stick with it. That's why I'm still here. I have friends. Each one of them are my friends, and I've met everybody that's here at different times. You know what I mean? Vincent was one of the first people that played behind me. I didn't know him, but
Okay.
he could play.
Yes.
And he made me sing better than I had ever sang because he was back there. He was back there. And I went,
Okay,
after I sang this song, he said, "You did good." I said, "No, you play good." I'll never forget that.
He wanted to tell you pack your stuff and get out.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Because, as a matter of fact, afterwards, he told me, he says, "Keep doing what you do." I said, "Okay, I'm going to keep at it." You know what I mean? I've sang all over Philadelphia. You know what I mean? We used to sing at the Hollywood Palace.
On 52nd Street?
I lived there, just about, okay? I would be there Thursday, that was the talent night, and I'd be there Friday and Saturday. That was when they would pick a band to come in and play Friday and Saturday. And then Danny Frye had a spot on 56th Street, and I would be there too. They would ask me to come and sing for them. I was like, sure.
You get what I'm saying, Jones?
Okay. Okay.
And I've been singing ever
You've been
since.
singing ever
That's
since.
great. You're saying
And that was, I was a teenager then, and they let me in at 17. And that was like my training ground. Hollywood Palace brought a lot of people together.
Yeah,
And
sure
it
did.
brought a lot of people together, and a lot of musical talent was here in Philadelphia. Still is.
It still is. But it was going at one point in time. Philly was really hot, you know, and it's still hot. It's just that a lot of our musicians now are older.
Yes.
The times have changed. The music industry has changed, and it's harder for you guys to get your songs out.
Yeah, 'cause I
It's
remember
just
them
it's
days.
just it's harder now. But one thing about it is that if you can get on social media and do all those and get your tunes, it opens up. It's like you're an entrepreneur now. It can go as far as you can make it go, because it's like running your own business now. You don't have those distribution companies and all that. So it's just like running your own business.
Amen.
Yeah. How about you, Nate? Okay.
My family is musical also.
Okay.
And my brother was singing in a group called Past Due, songs on the radio back in the late 60s and early 70s. So he
What was
made
his name?
Reggie Grove.
Okay.
The name of the group was called Past Due.
Okay.
And, you know, they were typical 70s kind of a group, but, but he made all of us, me and my brothers, sing, and we had to harmonize. In which, if you got it wrong, you had to hold the ashtrays out like
my
that.
goodness. Torture.
And they better not drop. But as I became a teenager, my mother bought me a bass to keep me out of the streets.
Okay.
In which it did, because I took right to it. And been playing bass ever since.
You played keyboards when I met you, though.
Yeah, I learned the bass, and the bass kind of taught me the keyboard.
Okay.
Honestly, because it's really the same thing. E string
they all the
is
same
an
note,
E
yeah.
note, right? So once I understood that, keyboard is pretty general.
Okay. Leon.
Yeah, I started playing, I think I was 13, with this group called Frye and Brimstone. And I left them in junior high school, played with this
Speak
group.
up a little.
I left this group, and left Frye and Brimstone to play with another group called Composite Truth. It was a 13-piece band, so we were all like 15, 16 years old.
13
So,
piece.
Yeah, we had 5 horns, 2 guitar players, lead singer. But then after they broke up, I wound up going in the Navy. So I stopped playing for about 20 years.
Okay.
And then I started playing again when Dennis see me. I was just getting back into it again. So I just kept practicing, and Dennis said, come on, play with us. So I started playing with them. I've been with them ever since. Almost 5 years now. Yeah. So, but nobody else in my family's music. My mother could sing. She went to South Carolina State, sang in the choir at South Carolina
South
State.
Carolina. My son went to South Carolina.
Yeah, in Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Yeah, Orangeburg. I used to live out there.
So my
I used to live
mother
every
kept
day.
me into to art and,
Yeah.
took me to museums and plays and concerts and stuff like that. So I just took it to it and taught myself how to play. And I did go to Franklin for music for 1 year, but when I stopped playing and went into the Navy, then the music got away from me. So, but I got back into it. I'm glad I got back into it because
Yes.
it keeps me calm. When I get upset, music calms me. So it keeps me right. It keeps my head right. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Vince.
Oh, I have a tendency to talk really fast sometimes, but I just want to touch on a couple of things that a couple of
Excuse
people
me.
have said.
What was that title again?
The Honorable Reverend Dr. Mr. Brother Vincent Tista, that's right.
Thank you.
For sure. But there's a couple things that several of us have said, and without realizing that we're saying the same thing. I like to think of it this way: like if you go back to the biblical times, you had families that were carpenters, you had families that were court justices, you had families that were this, families that were that, you had families that were the musicians. So for hundreds, maybe thousands of years, everybody born into that family had no choice. They were a musician,
Yeah.
which came ingrained in your, I want to call it DNA. So now, fast forward to today, none of us, if you think about it, had to remember learning how to play an instrument. You just had to figure out what was it, that's what you call it an E. Now I know, and then we could all communicate with each other.
Right.
But me and Mike, he's not as handsome as I am, but he tries. We were born on the same block. And when I say born on the same block, I mean we went from riding tricycles and fighting over them to we had older brothers that used to keep us fighting because we were too young to realize it until
Yeah,
we
that's
both
great
started
stuff.
playing music. And my mother was a minister, so the only place I heard jazz or whatever, I used to go down to Mikey's house.
Okay.
You know, in the summertime, me and Mikey would have a fight every day, and we'd come in the house, what's the matter? Mikey ain't my friend no more. Okay, my mother would ignore me. Next morning, where you going? Down Mikey's. You know what I'm saying? That's where we were every day for like years.
Yeah.
So, you know, now that we are all adults, and like you said, the one thing we're adults now, well, our arguments take about 5 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? And we only argue with a purpose. We let's say our disagreements. You know, they have a purpose. We have a purpose to that. But it's a bunch of good cats. And touching back to what Mike said, they took music out of high schools when we were learning how to play. My music teacher, when we were in grade school, we all went to the same grade school, Mrs. Petherbridge. And her job, now that we are older, was to realize and see who had any type of musical knowledge. You know, we all have an ability. Some might be artists, but her job was to recognize the musicians.
Talent, yeah.
And she would train us a little bit. Then we go to high school, and they take us a little bit farther. You know, you get to high school, you're in a high school band, and like both Leon and Oscar were saying, music kept us out of any kind of trouble, anything.
Isn't that
Back-
great? And we
back
don't
when the
have that in
games-
schools anymore.
Yeah, everybody had the games running around. We could go to any neighborhood because they called us what? They go to Music Man. They go to Music Man. That's Brutal Forces. Me and Mike were in Brutal Forces. It was our first group that we were in together. I was 13 when I joined Brutal Forces. When I went to the first time in Hollywood Palace, I was 13 years old. You know, but we all hung with old heads back then that looked out for us, that made sure I didn't go home in too bad, you know. They knew my mom would come put an end to all. She would show up at the gig and turn it out. But, you know, like I said, we all got together now. We've all played together many times in many different groups, many different situations. And, you know, when you finally get to the point where, okay, this is what we want to do, this is how we're going to do it, now we're all like-minded. You know, like I said, matter of fact, let me put it like this. Our only arguments are over music. As far as personally, we don't have no problems with each other personally at all. Me and this cat argue all the time. We've done it all our lives. And they look and say, you okay? We was okay for 5 minutes in an argument. I mean, that argument ain't mean nothing. Yeah. You know, but musically, you know, once we get it together, what we want to argue about, then we go on and do what we got to do. You know, and that's the thing. I love all these brothers. Yeah, they all good. You know, him not so much. That's my boy.
He come over my house.
Listen to that jazz, right?
I'm going over Mike's.
I'm on Mike's house.
Well, now how is the lead singer chosen for a song? How do you do that? How do you all try out for a song, or you say, no, man, this is your song here because we know you can sing this? How does it work?
This is what happens.
Okay.
We get together, we'll put a song together, and we'll find which voice fits it the best.
Okay. So you all try the song?
No, it's even better. There's no toes stepped on.
Right.
So my voice has a certain tone. His voice has a certain tone. His voice has a certain tone. Everybody, we hear the song, yo, Oscar, you need to do this. You know, even if I love the song, I'm not gonna come and say, yo, man, I'm gonna sing this song.
So you know right away who should do the song.
Exactly.
And the beauty of it is that we all sing. And I think that's one of the blessings that we have over a lot of these bands out here. There's a lot of good bands out here. There's a lot of competition out here. But I think the beauty of it is when God said in the beginning was the word.
Yes.
And God spoke the word into existence. So
Yes.
all of us had a voice. And I think that's what makes Firestone special because we don't only play, we all sing. And it just comes natural. It's natural. It just come natural. Like we don't rehearse no harmonies. We do it now because of Vince. But no, I'm saying we do it now. But a lot of times.
Yeah.
But what I liked about him was he said, "Hold up, y'all do that kind of easy. You know, just let's start rehearsing it now. Put it to you know what I mean because the tables are getting higher. The stakes are getting higher.
Right.
And I liked the energy that they brought because one thing with musicians in Philly that I've seen, they very finicky. You know, they have their own way of seeing things and doing things, and sometimes you have to be mindful because keeping a big band together is a task.
Yes.
And
Yes.
one of the things as a leader, you have to have humility because I'm dealing with a whole bunch of personalities.
Yeah.
One person to say this, another person to say this, another person to say this, another person to say that.
He does it well.
And I have to sit up here and take it all in. You know, so when we choose the singing, like Nate said, it's whoever has the voice for the song. And being as though he's the only one who play an instrument, and he can sing, we put him on a lot of songs. So and that's how we do it.
Okay, now, Oscar, you're a songwriter.
Yeah,
Or
right.
do all of you write?
I think everybody writes.
Everybody writes. And this CD that you have here, this is your new CD here.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And how many tunes are on the CD?
10.
10.
10, yeah.
Okay. And how did you write any? You guys?
I wrote one.
You wrote one.
I didn't write any.
You didn't write. But you all write.
But the band collectively
Yeah, we
wrote.
wrote
We all wrote them
collectively.
together. We all wrote them together.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that he had an idea on one song that he came
Right.
and said, "I wanted y'all to listen to this."
Okay.
And when he
Then
started
you
singing
run
it,
with it.
we ran away with it. It just came together like that. So, if you notice, everybody got credits on the song because we all wrote the songs.
Okay.
There's no
Okay.
one individual above the other.
Right.
We all are the same. So we all
That's
wrote the
kind
album.
of different, but that's good.
But that's the truth.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
That
good.
is.
That's the truth.
That's what
You'll
we
find a
do.
lot, and since we all work with a lot of the older singing groups, how do I say this? There's a lot of
Firestorm, y'all CD.
Yeah.
Get up. Buy
a
it.
lot of them get into animosity over whose name was on the CD, over who wrote this song,
Yeah.
over who did this, and they find themselves later in life not even able to stand
Speak to
each
each
other
other, right.
over something
and
as simple
always angry.
as over something as
Yeah.
simple as your name is one space
It's
higher
right
than me on a
about-
CD.
yeah.
That's
Ridiculous.
You know, I mean, that came out, and so to avoid that, everybody gets credit for
Get the
everything.
credit for
So
everything.
you know what you're gonna do.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Eliminates all
It
of the
eliminates
All
nonsense.
of the drama. Yes, it
Oh,
How,
does.
how about the publishing portion? How is that done?
Well, the publishing is done through distribution company. When we got the CD mastered, they took on the edition to give us publishing. They copyrighted the song for us. They put it in all the stores worldwide.
Is that
They did-
CD Baby?
They did the distribution for it. That was the package that we chose.
Okay.
And because I wanted our music to reach everywhere. I didn't want it just to reach in the corner store across the street or Jimmy's trunk. You know, I wanted it to reach where everybody in the world, you know, our dream is to make something that's going to be everlasting.
Yes.
You know, like all the
That's
old
the
groups
word
that's
that you
passing
use.
off. Because, you know, a lot of the older groups getting older. Frankie Belly and them, they all getting older.
Yeah.
And even though we kind of in the middle, but we still blessed to
Yeah.
achieve a goal. You
Right.
know, and I think God put us here at that right time. You know, that's why I chose the name Firestorm, because we've been
Okay.
through the fire, now we coming through the storm.
Okay.
And that's our motto.
That's good. Well, I asked about the publishing because so many times, who produced the album? Well, all of
Firestorm.
you guys
Firestorm,
produced
yeah.
it,
We produced.
and then
Well, my man
we
Kenny
had
Jackson
help
did the
of Kenny, yeah.
Kenny Jackson.
he did the
was involved in
production. Yeah, he did the production for us. Because I think at the time Mike broke his foot. He broke his
Okay.
foot, and we started out at Mike's house. He was going to do the production
I
for
was
us.
the hand that time.
Johnny all the time.
He did the hand. So we chose another venue to take it to, and at the time when we took it to Kenny, he just started putting it together, and it just came. We was calling it what, Magic Mondays.
Magic Mondays.
Yeah,
Every
we
Monday
called it
we just
Magic
making
Monday.
songs.
Isn't that great? Now, John Hall's song is on here.
It's the
Yes.
last one on there.
It's the last one on here, and that is
I'm a
number
boss.
I'm a boss man.
Number 10.
number
That's
number
10.
9,
10.
10. I'm the
10.
boss
I'm
man.
the boss man.
Okay, he was on the show a couple months
We
back.
saw it.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Now, since we're on this CD, where can this CD be purchased from?
Right now, you can purchase it at the Doris Hall Show. No,
Well, you
no, you can get it on all digital stores, CD Baby, iTunes, Apple's, any digital tune,
Amazon,
anywhere you can purchase it.
Tinder.
It's
Deezer.
everywhere.
Okay.
It's in all digital
It's on a lot
stores.
of stuff.
All right. So now,
We also have them at the performances.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what they're doing now. They're bringing them to the performances, and selling the
Yes.
CD at the performances. And we did we were at a performance maybe during the summer, and I was just surprised. They sold like about 300 CDs at that. They sold out.
That's the goal. That's the glam. But that's how most bands nowadays.
They sold out.
But that's how most musicians nowadays make their money anyway off tour. They go on tour and they sell their product, you know, because it's right there in your face, you know. So
Now, as Firestorm, have you performed with any other artists or were you the opening act? You were on performances of your own. How did that go?
Well, it went pretty well. I'll let Mike do that because he's that's
Okay.
his department.
Yeah, we've opened for several major acts. Atlantic City, there was the Delphonics were in Atlantic City. We opened for them.
Speak up a little, Mike.
We opened for Delphonics in Atlantic City at the outdoor concert. We're also all, as they said, we're all musicians. We play behind the singing groups, the Delphonics
Okay.
and Stylistics, and we all play behind a lot of major acts.
Oh,
We still
okay.
do.
Uh-huh.
You know, but also we're a band inside of that containment too, and we've worked quite a few venues for major acts we've opened up.
What would you say was some of the best venues that you worked?
We just came from the Keswick Theater.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tell me about that one.
Last Friday.
Yeah, last
well,
Friday.
we were backing up to Delphonics last week,
Okay.
and I was Vince, Nate, Dennis, and I. Of course, they didn't have the singers because they have their own singers. So
Okay.
but I still
Okay.
performed with the Delphonics also too, as a stand-in when one of the singers couldn't make it, so we brought Oscar in.
You did like 3 shows with him?
Part.
Yeah.
And we play a lot of the local scene here in Philadelphia. We do Shots Cafe over on right off Island Avenue. We've done Ace Place up on Ridge Avenue before she closed.
Manioc, yeah.
In Manioc.
I think we played everywhere in Philly. Mom's Kitchen.
Yeah,
Mom's Kitchen,
we
Time
also
Out.
do the Cedar Park Festival on 49th of Baltimore. That's coming up in June.
Dude, yeah.
which
Okay,
is
that's in
also-
June.
Yeah, an outdoor concert in the park. If you go to Cedar Park Cafe online, I believe they have a line up and it tells you what our date is. I think we're in June the 16th, I believe.
I see the spark.
Are we
Yes.
doing Nicetown this
Well, I
year?
know May 25th, they just called, we'd be doing Veterans Day. Valerie hooked us up, the Germantown thing they called. So we'd be doing the Germantown Festival. What is that, Val? June 17th?
What's that, Vernon Park?
That's when all
No,
the
that's the
groups get
Germantown.
together, isn't it? When all
Huh?
of them.
Vernon Park, Germantown, the show.
Yeah, right. Burning
So it is Vernon
No,
Park.
we're not talking about, that's the May, that's the one we do every year, the Veteran.
Yeah.
But the one you doing with Connie Swinson, that's further up. That's she just called me and gave us that date for I think the 17th,
Oh,
June
boy.
17th, June.
Oh.
So
Are we doing a
What
nice
are we doing?
town?
What Saturday?
this Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, this Saturday we at the Regal Ballroom.
Regal Ballroom.
The Regal?
With the
Saturday
Tramps.
we at the
Yeah,
Regal
open up
Ballroom.
for the
Right,
Tramps.
for the Tramps. Open up for the
With
Tramps.
Jimmy Lee and the Tramp. Jimmy Lee Tramps.
That's Saturday, a pre-Mother's Day thing.
Right, but the Bossman, Marsha T, Tribute to a Legend, a whole bunch of acts are gonna be on Reminisce. So there's a bunch of acts for that Mother's Day show.
And is the boss man on that too?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
that's
on
the
there.
one for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Okay, because he was talking about that.
So anybody that don't have anything to do Saturday, come out to the Regal Ballroom.
Advertise that show.
That's right. If you're not doing nothing Mother's Day this Saturday, you come on out to the Regal Ballroom.
Dennis, your DJ voice. If you're not doing anything,
Right.
Right down Firestone. Right down
But you
Firestone.
know it's I know it's strange sometimes. Like I'll go to see a band or group, whatever group or band, and sometimes I think I'm seeing things because I said now I just saw that guy or that gal with somebody else's band, and now they're with this band, and it's strange, like because
Well,
back
yeah,
in the day
also,
the
I forgot
bands
to,
used to be. You know, they were the bands. They didn't intertwine the way we do now. But you may go somewhere, and you may see Vince in there with Instant Funk. I mean, they get together and they intertwine.
well, it's in Philadelphia. There's only realistically a handful of musicians that are serious that are working. Okay,
Yeah.
now we're Firestorm, you know what I'm saying? But you know, tomorrow, you know,
We've been in business
Mike's the
been out
MD
here
for
for
the
what, the
Delphonics.
last
You know,
4 or 5 years?
Tuesday I'm with the Stylistics. Wednesdays Nate's with the Tramps. You know, it's so because they know there's only certain people they can call that can produce their music
Yes.
the way that they want to produce.
Yes.
So this is a job. You know, it's
And that's a good thing, right? Because it keeps you working.
oh yeah.
And also Labor Day, we be on the show the 29th, the 30th, the 1st, and the 2nd. I think the 29th is Breakwater. We on there with Breakwater. The 30th we doing with Climax. The first we doing UGO Coast to Coast Firestorm, the Battle of the Bands. We using that. And then the second, I
Battle
think
of
it's
Bands.
and the second is the Manhattans. So we'd be
Oh, the Manhattans.
It'd be Firestorm, the Manhattans, and the Ebonies.
Okay.
So we still have a lot of and we can ready to go on tour. So we also got a tour package coming up. We
And
can ready
where,
to take us.
where are you going to go?
Right now, we can ready to go to Texas. We can ready to go to Atlanta. We can ready to go to Maryland. We can ready to go to Washington. So this summer we might be on the move. So that'll give us a chance to promote our album, to sell our CDs, and
Okay.
so God is good.
God is good all the time.
All the
He's
time.
good all the
God
time.
is good.
Now, on your CD, what are some of the songs that we should really listen out to? You said you were telling me something about being a funky band, right? Funky band. What are some of the funky songs on this album that we should listen out for?
Body Type is mine.
What is it called?
Susie.
Body.
Susie's my favorite
Wait a
song.
minute,
like
now,
Shake
which
Your Body.
one?
Susie's
I like
nice.
Shake Your Body and
Shake your body, yeah.
The
Shake
Party
Your-
People.
And what's the other joint?
Shake Your Body is my favorite.
I like the title cut too. Get up.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a hard question to answer because they all
Right.
Yeah, they all good.
All
They
hot.
all good. All hot.
And anytime we can't agree, right?
They put their hearts into it, so that's
So they can't
Yeah,
choose
they
one.
can't. No way.
Yeah.
One of the females' favorites is "Slipped Away."
Yeah.
Slipped
Yeah,
away.
That's
They
one
love
of the
that song.
the mellowest songs on the
That's,
CD.
that's the.
Who's singing?
Me.
Ah,
Okay.
I
hear
am.
that, ladies?
Hi, it's me.
It's me.
Well, see, what you should do is everybody get a copy of the CD, and we'll set up a line where you can, call them for your favorite. So that way,
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
yeah,
But see, that's when DJ Boogie come on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
DJ
it goes.
Boogie, New
DJ
Funk
DJ
Radio.
Boogie.
That's a shameless plug.
No, but what I do notice is that everybody who listens to the album has their own take
pick a
on,
different song.
and all of them say this is my favorite car song. They all keep it in their car. Like everybody keeps it in their car.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they was like, well, how did y'all come up with this? It wasn't us. It was just God. We just
Yeah.
came up with ideas. Nate said, I got this. Michael said, I got this. Oscar said, I got this. And we just started writing. And it just came together. It was just, and one day I was sitting, I was like, how can I show the boss man my appreciation? So I'm laying in the bed just one day, because a lot of songs come to me when I'm laying down.
Yeah.
And I'm just in the bed, I just hear something, doom, 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 doom. I just kept hearing something pounding. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. So I started humming it in my phone. I just kept that beat, doom, 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 doom. Then I heard something, bling, bling. I said,
The bell
okay.
went off.
Yeah, I said, okay. No,
So
that was,
you
I
had
put
to-
it in the song. So that
Okay.
became, because I know that he'd like to do James Brown.
Oh, okay.
So I
okay.
said, we're going to have something that's, and it just came together. So, it just heaven sent. And that's the way it is. And we also have a record label that we have coming out called MBH. It's called Nothing But Hits. Our goal is to,
I like that too.
to be the
Nothing
next
but
Philly
Nothing But
International.
Yeah.
That's our goal, to be the next Philly International.
Okay. Where do you do most of your recording?
Over Kenny Jackson House or Mike's.
Over Mike's or Kenny Jackson?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a full-blown studio in the back of the house. It's self-contained from the house.
That's great. That's great. Well, it seems like to me that you guys have it all together. Okay?
We try.
Well, you have it together, and what I like is the togetherness among you guys. I like that. Because groups break up when they don't have that.
Yeah.
And so I like that, and I think you're very, very talented.
Thank you.
And I wish you a lot of luck with your new CD.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And here at Philly Live Radio, we play CDs, independent CDs. And all you have to do is, send us a copy, and then we meet together and we discuss the CD. And if it's acceptable, then we play it. And we play on our top program, Talents of Philadelphia, every Tuesday. We play CDs, singles, nothing but Philadelphia artists. You need to take advantage of it, okay? Because we have this for the Philadelphia artists. tune in and listen.
Well, I know Carlos been playing
You know,
it every Tuesday for us. My
he
boy
plays
Carlos.
this
I'm going
every
shout out to
Tuesday.
Big Carlos.
Right.
Yeah.
He actually plays it every Tuesday. He at least pick a song every week to play every Tuesday.
Okay,
Shout
so
out to
shout out to
Carlos.
Carlos.
Carlos,
right?
I love you, boy.
Yeah.
Peace.
You know, we love you. We
Now,
thank
do you tune in on the radio? You have to. You do because you hear the song, right? And that's what we want you to do. And then any new material, once it's approved, we could play it, right?
Well, that was a shout out from DJ Boogie, right?
But I also like to give a shout out to all the musicians who was a pillar of strength for us: the Rich Tuckers, the Stacey McGee's, the Darren Daughtry's, the Freddie Holidays, you know, the Calvin Harrisons, and
Yeah.
you know all the musicians: Kenny Jackson, Shirley Light, Valerie Ford,
Yeah, Valley.
all the people who was a pillar of strength for us that carried us through our journey. Because without them, it couldn't have been done.
Sounds like
No.
our alumni, doesn't it?
Yeah, look at
Without
this.
them, it couldn't have been done. So we love you. We thank you. And we just all hope that we all get to our journey that God has sent us to.
Make sure y'all get out and buy the CD.
Yeah.
Firestorm, get up.
That's right. Get up off your butts right now and then go get the CD. So we'll give a shout out to our fans too, also.
Yeah.
To our fans.
How do you keep up with your fan base?
Well, they keep a lot of times. We have a thing called the Firestone Social Club. They are
Okay.
people who come out with us. They sell tickets for us. They do stuff on the they contact all the emails.
Right.
They do it all. And we love them. Linda Whiteside, Karen Cole, Willie Green, Stephanie, who else? Wanda Johnson, and
That's
Are they
great.
Facebook? Are they
That's
Facebook?
great. That's great.
Firestorm, what was that again?
Social Club.
Social club.
So we have
And Carol.
Carol,
Abby.
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 Yeah, Abby.
Goodness.
Yeah, we have a nice little team, to be honest. That's been pouring for us.
Well, now inspirational words that you would give to someone who's thinking about going into the music business, who's thinking about starting a band, thinking about starting a singing group. What inspirational words would you give to them?
Whatever you do, don't stop.
Practice,
Exactly.
Practice.
Yeah.
And don't let anyone stop you from
Yeah, right.
what you want to do.
Okay.
Okay, you got a lot of people out here feel threatened if they feel that your talent is more than theirs.
Yes. Yes.
Which is
Or
petty,
they
but
see
it
you
happens.
achieving
They see
some
you
type of
achieving more than they are.
success.
Yes.
It becomes a crab in the bucket kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think
Don't let that
that's
stop.
I don't think that's inspirational. I think that's more or less cautious.
Yeah, don't let that
Inspiration
stop.
would be if you have a passion for music or whatever your passion is in life, you must love it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and put God in all you do. Put God first, because if He before you, won't nothing be against you. You know, because you'll go through some trials and tribulations. That's just part of the growing pains. Some people get there faster than others, like Ben said. Some people get there, take them 2 days to learn. Some people might take you, you know, like me. It took me years, but one thing I never did, through all the hardships, I never let nobody. When I got down, I got back up. You know, so when you get down, if you feel as though that you stuck and you in a rut, continue to press towards your mark,
Okay.
and you'll reach your goal.
And Gilbert, no, on my sheet, I don't have. I want to say hi to Natasha Timbers. That's all that's here.
That's all that you have?
That's all that's here.
So
I
everybody
kept
was blocked
looking.
out.
Now, you have a lot on your sheet, but I
Tell
don't.
you what.
Refresh?
Refresh.
Okay, let me refresh and see if I
Like said,
can refresh, because maybe that's what I need to do. Okay.
Oh, I forgot my boy True Coke Younger.
Okay. So
Cool.
let's take a
no
minute
doubt.
and
Yeah,
let's
Coke
say
Younger.
hi.
Definitely gotta say.
Natasha Timbers. Good evening, everyone, and God bless you all. God bless you all. God bless you too.
Amen.
Natasha here.
Right,
You
Natasha.
do. Can you see it? Okay. Can you see it? Take it over.
Can y'all sing one of your favorite songs? I knew that was coming.
You said that. You said that.
I knew that was coming. You playing Natasha Doris. We will try. Okay. Natasha Timber. Okay, thank you, Miss Hall. Kenny Jenkins, cool.
Yeah, he was.
Jessica
he was-
Lorraine.
He was one of the
Back.
original
Back. Hi, guys.
guitarists.
Hi, Jessica. Jessica Rain Stanley. Celebrate the God-given talents of your black people. We must teach and encourage our own. Amen.
Amen for
No
that.
doubt.
What did I say? Egypty Marie?
Egypt.
Egypt Marie. How can we get a copy of the CD, Doris?
Okay.
Go to CD Baby, iTunes, any digital stores. You can purchase it,
Amazon.
Amazon.com. Or you can come to
One of our
one of our shows. We'll be at the Regal Ballroom this Saturday.
Show starts at 7.
Beverly Holloway. Good evening. Hi, Beverly. Cornell Tubbs. Hey, Nate. And
Cornell.
Dennis. Hey, Tubbs. What's going on, Cornelius?
What's up, Cornell? Glad to see you two better,
Hey, Doris.
man.
Hi, Ted.
Tubbs. Hey, Doris. That's Cornell saying hi. Barbara Berger. Great interview.
Oh, hi, Barbara.
Not without a hamburger, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
Jessica Lorraine again. Awesome,
Cool
great.
having being
Awesome,
here.
Gil. Awesome job, Gil. Okay.
Matt Green.
Matt Green, Tubbs, and 2 other people joined in, okay. Stanley. God allowed us to survive the trip, and we still have our appetite, abilities.
Billy's.
My. Amen.
Amen.
Matt Green. Hey, Mike and Vince.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Amen.
And I want to say thank you to our sponsors. I want to say thank you to, I always say Butch Ingram. He plays a really,
Amen, Butch.
good part in the music industry now because he gathers up or he helps artists, like the old school artists who's trying to get back again into the music industry. He helps them and he records them and good songs, and he does all that. And his office is located, his studio, Society Hill Records, is located in Voorhees, New Jersey. So I want to say thank you to Butch, and he helps me so much because he just finished a CD on Fat Larry's Band with the new Fat Larry's Band. So I want to thank him for that, and that should be out real soon because all he has to do is do the mix. So he's there to help us, okay, and in case we need help. And he has a lot of connections overseas, over in Europe, so you guys can use that as one of your connections when you're ready to do so.
Okay, praise
So
God.
I want to thank Butch for that.
We
And
also want to give a shout out to Baby Day Promotion for bringing us on these tour shows and
Yeah.
dates. We appreciate you, brother. We thank you.
That's right.
God bless.
And I want to say thank you to Vince because we're just meeting, but I've heard so many good things about you. And
Oh, that's wrong, Vince.
People lying.
That's wrong, Vince. No,
That's
Vince,
wrong,
all
brother,
good.
right.
Vince is a good dude. He's always been a good dude.
no, and his playing, he and Valerie gave me a CD, and like I just couldn't believe it. I mean, it was just we were looking for a certain group to perform at this event we're giving May 24th
At Mingle.
at Mingle,
Shameless plug.
1905 North 54th Street. We're
That's
giving
right.
it May 24th. So
8
we were
o'clock.
looking for a certain type of group performance. And when I heard Vince and Valerie, I said, oh my God, this is it. This is what we're looking for.
Small city.
Amen.
Yeah, this is what, because it's a small setting. And I said to Gilbert, Gilbert, I found it. No, you didn't find it. I said, yes, I did. I said, I really, this is good. Oh, you always say that. I said, well, just listen.
Amen.
So he listened and he called me back and he said, Doris,
You found it.
found it. And I said, yeah, we did find it. So, I just want to say thank you and Val, and we're together on May 24th at Mingle, okay?
8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock to 12, 8 o'clock to
You
11:30.
can get tickets online, pay at the door.
You can get tickets online at Eventbrite, Eventbrite,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
you can pay at the door because we can pay at the
Just
door
like
now.
we're doing this for our production on their show,
I think May 24 we got something.
whatever y'all got, we'll produce it. Not
Okay.
produce it. Promote it.
Promote it. Thank you.
Amen.
Because we're trying to have events to support
DJ
our
Boogie.
indie artists.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to do. So,
Better get him.
and I want to say,
We got a new DJ over here.
yeah, he's plugging. Give him a shot.
Get
You
DJ
know?
Boogie.
Yeah, give him a shot. He was saying
Do it
something
live radio,
about.
DJ Boogie.
He was saying
New Funk
something
Radio.
about the girls love him. I didn't know he was talking about himself.
Tonight is kind of special.
I thought he was talking about somebody else. I didn't know he was talking about himself. So
See, I convinced you, right?
you convinced me. Okay.
He's got the voice. He definitely has the voice.
Okay. And I want to say thank you to Facebook family and friends, and thank you to Gilbert and all the sponsors. And I want you to check out Philly Live Radio. It's 24/7. And next week we have a group called the Healed Project. I'm doing it now.
Okay.
And the Healed Project, it's kind of a strange name. I'm going to say the Healed Project. But once you hear the Healed Project and once you see them, you'll understand why it's
Amen. Okay.
inspirational.
Okay.
It's inspirational music. So
That's the
we're doing
Healed
a lot of
Project,
things.
Okay.
Okay.
Healing.
Okay. So any other shout outs we want to do before we end? We got about
Give
10
a shout
more
out
minutes.
to
Let's keep
Delphonics,
going.
Poogie, and all those who've been a pillar of strength for us. Thanks to Mike Washington.
Shout out to all my
Now,
kids.
Donald's your brother?
All my daughters, all my kids.
All my kids I know, but I
Chappie Jr. Chappie is Donald Washington Jr. The original sax player is Donald Washington Sr.
Yeah.
Who's well known live on the jazz set with Count Basie and all the Philadelphia jazz musicians. And Chappie was a piano player. He's my oldest brother, and he's Donald Washington Jr. But everybody knows him as Chappie. And
Okay.
then there's my brother William that plays bass, my brother Corey that plays drums, I play trumpet and keyboards.
That's where my whole jazz inspiration comes. The only jazz I could ever hear was going down Mikey's house.
I think they had a big influence on us too because
Clint,
with
how you leave
with
Clint
Mike
out?
playing jazz, it gave us a
leave
jazz
Clint
funk
out?
flavor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Please don't leave Clint out.
You forgot about Clint.
Say that.
You forgot about Clint.
there's so many of us.
Isn't
I
it-
also have another brother, Clinton Washington, who plays saxophone.
And I think that gave us influence over our music because he played
He
jazz, I
comes
played
out- he
jazz,
comes out
Vince
and
played
sits in with
jazz.
us a lot.
We all had,
Enjoy
that influence.
Yeah.
And it kind of inspired to the music.
The
So
old
do
is,
you play any jazz
Oh, yeah.
on your show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
do
we play
jazz?
everything. We start out with jazz. We always do a jazz set to open up.
Right.
and we can't make the point strong enough that we're talking about people that were our old heads that showed us and told us what we need to do. It wasn't no going and paying somebody for a lesson. You know, you wouldn't hung out and asked the question you asked. And we're at this stage of life since they've taken the
Anybody
music
forgot?
out of our schools and they don't have that anymore.
anybody?
We don't have nobody to pass this information on to.
Right.
I know.
You
I know.
know, we need. I want to pass this information on. I don't want to take it with me. They
Well,
gonna-
well, Vince, you know,
Oh, okay.
if someone needs to learn how to play piano, or someone needs an internship, or will you guys be willing to work with some of the guys out there to get them started in the music industry?
Sure.
That's our goal.
We always want to pass the music on. That's what music is about. Music is infinite, so it goes on
On
and
and
on
on.
and on and on. Just
Amen.
like somebody gave me the gift, then I would like to give the gift
Pass
to
it on,
someone else.
yeah, right.
Okay, because I have an intern for you.
Oh, you?
No, it's not me, but
Wait,
I have an intern. Really, it's an intern that he wants to study. I think he goes to Drexel University. Okay. And he called me the other day. His name is Kyle something, but I'm gonna turn you on to him. Okay. He wants to do an intern from, I think it's June 12th to August. Okay.
Okay, we can talk about that, but we don't. Let me make this. We don't do music like you go to school. I mean, when he says an internship,
No. He
Okay.
just wants to know about.
we want to come
Good.
hang out and share some time and learn some.
Yeah,
different
he
things.
wants to
That's
know
okay.
about producing. He wants to
Intern
know
means he must be taking it up in school as a
Yeah,
major.
Yeah, he's
and
taking
he
up in
needs-
school. He
yeah.
just needs to do
Well, see,
and get
there's
his credits.
they need to understand there's two different types of playing. There's book knowledge and there's street knowledge.
Absolutely.
Okay, book knowledge will show you how to turn the buttons and all that kind of stuff. But the street knowledge would actually show you how to do, basically music was made so that people that couldn't play music could play music. Okay, that's why the whole point of music is two reasons: for those who can't play to be able to play, and to get large groups of people to play the same thing.
Yeah.
So we look at it slightly different, but there's still a gap that can be crossed. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'd be willing to share some information with him. That's not a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what he wants. Okay. All right, so we still have. Come on, let's finish. Come on, come on,
Is
let's
there any
go.
way we can play the CD? We can't play the CD, so let's might listen to
Oh,
it.
we will play it, but not right now.
Okay, all right.
Not in this,
Let them get a taste of it.
We can't play it because of Facebook
Yeah, no,
rules.
I don't know
Is
if
that-
Facebook rules seem to be changing.
You can play it in the background. And the background is.
No.
No.
Can't do it at
You
all.
can't?
No.
Oh, that's okay.
I played music in the background before, and we got a little note pop up saying, "Hey."
They cut me off
Well,
one
you want to
time
be
when I
obedient.
was
Respect
playing.
those in
Really?
authority.
Yeah, but then
they are.
we saw a
Because
show
it gets into
the other
copyright
night on
infringement and
another-
this kind of
Don't
stuff.
matter.
and
Just
and
respect
order
those in
for them to
authority.
Stay out of any kind of legal
Government
battles.
by God.
Just don't play no
Yeah, but
music.
it's our music.
They don't know that.
Well, that's why the radio
I
stations say,
understand.
They don't know
play
that.
your music there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
But
it's
this is
already
why-
in rotation.
This is why we are blessed, because we do things the right way.
Yeah.
You know, forgive with those who know not what they
That's
do.
it.
We ain't anxious for nothing.
Right?
You know, we ain't anxious. You know,
Well, I want to give a shout out to Matt Green. He was actually
Matt Green.
yeah, he was actually my trumpet teacher
Mm.
when we were coming up. They were in the older band with
Ah.
Chappie.
Somebody I'm
He
missing. I
played
know
with
somebody I'm
Chappie
missing.
and, he played trumpet.
Oh yeah, Mike Jones, Uptown
Yeah, my
Entertainment,
Uptown Entertainment, yeah.
Inner Circle.
Pamela Race.
And Sam
Pamela
Reed.
Renee
Sam
Smith.
Reed.
Sam Reed,
Sam Reed.
shout out.
Sam Peaks.
Oh, Sam P.
Sam.
Isn't he
Especially our girl
fun?
Danielle Collins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr.
I love
Collins.
you.
Yeah.
Miss you, Danielle.
Right.
And like I said, it was back in the day, we didn't necessarily play with different groups, but we all hung out.
We all hung
You know
out,
what I mean?
came to
When
see
it
each
was,
other.
we
Yeah.
had when they would call them Battle of the Bands. That was for everybody else to get excited. For us, it was a chance for 3 or 4 groups to play together,
Yeah.
hang out, talk. Listen,
Have
you
fun.
got to be able to talk trash. There's one requirement.
doubt.
You got to be able to talk trash, and if your feelings get hurt easy, definitely go
Yeah,
to another business. You know what I'm saying?
If you dish it out, you gotta be able to take it.
Because, trust me, that's half of us. Half of what we do at this point is the camaraderie of just getting together and talking trash. That's like 80% of it. I mean, playing the music is not even a. That's
Somebody forgetting. I'm trying to think.
that's not a hardship, an issue. That's nothing to do. You know, having fun and congregating with each other. Seeing people you ain't see, like some of these cats we haven't heard from in 10, 20 years. Like, wow.
I also want to give a shout out to my church, Golden Star Baptist Church. I'm sorry, I apologize. Without y'all, without God, none of this would be possible. So you got to give God
He even
honor.
took his shades off for that statement.
Well, if,
I don't want him to think he used to them there with a beer in his hand.
if you get a list of the places, your performances, where you're going to be, we can announce that.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
a good thing.
We can do that. It's no cost to that. We just
Okay.
put it in. We, interject it in when we're playing music, and announce where you're going to be. Any help that we could do, we could help you. We could do that.
That'd be greatly appreciated.
Okay. All
Each
right.
one help one. That's it.
That's right.
That means we'll see y'all Saturday at the Regal Ballroom.
That's
Mhm.
Saturday.
So that's 7 o'clock.
Doris said,
We always try.
It's, no. One thing about us, we jokesters. That's why we have. That's why we get to.
But
have
it's
so
fun.
much fun.
It's
Yeah, we
fun.
get to
It's
do
all
some
about
fun.
having fun.
You know, we jokesters.
because music is what is in our bones. It's what we do. It's who we are. You know, it's not even. It's who we are. Really, I mean, people say, "Man, you go on stage, and you just look like." Because that is my most comfortable place on the planet. Is when, I don't care what stage it is. When we start playing
Always
music,
say y'all look like you're having fun.
We
Yeah,
do.
having
We have a
fun.
ball on stage.
I am having fun.
We have
Yeah.
a ball.
But that's how we've been from day one, though. It's like we just clicked from day one like that. It's just never been. I don't think we had too many dull moments. You know what I mean? Even if we had to be in there by ourselves, we never had no dull moments. We never complained, and I think that's the beauty of it all. We never complained.
Yeah.
You know, and if you could be faithful in small beginnings, God would truly bless you
Yeah.
with greater.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we done that.
Yes.
they
I
don't let
think
me
the
talk
album
over
is a
each other,
testimony
so-
of it.
Now,
Because
is
you can
this,
hear
is
it.
this the first CD you did?
Yeah.
This is the first.
First one.
As a
And you're
unit,
working
yeah.
on your second
Working on
one,
the
right?
Second one now.
You're
Yeah.
working on the second one. Okay, so this is the first, but I know that you're going to do a lot of writing. You know, write your own stuff so you can try to get those copyright credits and
Well, it's all
that
original.
publishing and stuff.
All original.
It's all original. Yeah,
All original.
100% original. All of it.
Okay.
And the beauty of it is, it sounds like nobody else. You know that we have our own niche. We don't
Well,
sound like
I'm
nobody.
going to get, we listened to it about 2 months ago, I guess.
Was you tired?
No, I wasn't tired. I just decided to turn it off. No, I wasn't joking.
What was your favorite song?
No, I don't know. I don't know what. We listened to the whole thing, and we listened to The Boss Man.
How did you feel about it?
I don't know. I've been listening to it over again. I have to study it.
It's 2 years.
Okay.
2
But it was
months
some
ago.
songs on there that was good because I could dance to it. And if I could dance, I love to dance. So if I can dance to it, it's a cool song.
Amen.
I
we
think
say
that
get
was
up.
the Get Up.
That's why we say get up.
I think it was the Get Up. Yeah.
Amen. Now, do my ask because you want the public opinion. You want the public view of what they think about your music.
Yeah.
So I can lift myself up all day, but I want to know when I go to work that somebody say, okay, I like the way he do his job.
Right.
So if I'm doing my job and something is wrong, well, I think you could have did a little better. And I can go
Right,
back and tweak
right.
that. You see what I'm saying?
But let me listen again.
Amen.
Let me listen
and give
again.
us your honest opinion.
I will.
Because everybody in the whole world said they love it. We love it.
Now, why don't you
know.
guys give us a sneak preview at the Top Shelf?
Of one of the songs? We will. Which one you want?
I have to listen. I want something to dance by,
Okay.
right? Is that Get Up or one of the fast
You want to dance
songs?
at the top shelf? Go ahead.
Yeah. I dance wherever I go.
Oh, all right, there you go. There you go.
Well, you want that new one that we got coming out. Daddy, I can't stop moving.
Well, that's it. I'll dance from the beginning to the end. That's right.
Amen. We thank you. We also thank you. It's a pleasure. We glad we welcome you with our humility, and we truly are appreciative to it. You bring this here
Yeah.
because we met y'all in I think I met y'all in Top Shelf.
At Top Shelf.
Yep,
Yeah.
dancing.
No, I'm not saying that, but you was very humble
yeah.
and you was very meek when I met y'all. And one thing about us, we don't forget when somebody give us accolades. We take that very seriously because our job is to please the people. We want people to give good reviews. When I see Firestorm, they good people. They're very humble. They're very nice.
Yeah.
And if anyone needs perhaps get smart with you or something, you see Oscar.
Okay, Oscar.
No, but we all very, and we thankful. We very appreciate it. We
Okay.
appreciate the people who told you about us. We give them thanks. Because sometimes the road. You've been in the music business a long
A
time,
long time.
and sometimes it's lonely at the
Forever.
top. Just as well as lonely at the bottom, it's lonely at the top. So we'd rather stay in the middle. This way the journey never ends. You only can go two ways,
Yeah.
back down or back up. You're like a wave. And so that's what we say at.
Yeah, I think that like after my performing days were over, and Brandy died, and Larry died, and and then
That's where I know you from.
oh wow,
You need snucker?
You sang with Brandy.
with Slick,
It's Slick.
yeah. And so then after those days, I was always a songwriter because I am a songwriter. That's what I love to do. Okay. And so we did that. I did that for a long, long time, and I still want to write songs because I have a story to tell. You always have a story to tell.
Never stop writing.
Yeah, and then I did a 501c3 because I work with kids. I get teachers to come in and teach them music, the guitar, the bass, the drums, and everything.
Oh, praise
You know,
God. Okay.
I do all that for kids. But it was still something I wanted to do, something else before I leave here, and that was this. I wanted to gather together musicians and singers, and I want them to come in and tell their story because I want to keep our music alive.
Amen.
So I'm doing what I want to do.
Amen.
So you get all these transferable skills that you can always go into music from any corner. Make sense? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Amen.
She's a slave driver.
Say translation.
Hard work pays off, right?
You have to
Amen.
keep doing it.
Told that part.
But Gilbert, how many more times we went? Are we almost there?
We are actually past there, but
Oh, okay. No, you know, I want to know if they want to say anything else. They want to, before we end this. Well, wait a minute. Let's go back here because we have a couple more people. Steve Green, Breakwater.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Forgot about Breakwater. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry, homie. Steve Green, shout out to Breakwater, UGO. You know, coast to coast, play for my church.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, fellas, we just got caught up in the indie show. Well, we didn't end it yet, though.
And then Pamela Renee Smith. Hi, Pam.
We love y'all. We thank y'all.
And Viola, that's my next door neighbor. Okay, so we got them. And we got
Amen.
everybody else. Well, this evening we want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Firestorm for joining us, and
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
it
having
was
us.
a good story, and I love the togetherness. I keep saying that, and I'm looking at you, Mike, but you also you also remind me. You also remind me of Alfie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alfie.
Yeah,
The singer Alfie?
Alfie Pollard is the
Yeah.
master.
yeah. You always
yeah.
you remind me of him. Your demeanor and everything. You just remind me of it.
No, he's serious like him. Yeah, he's serious like Alfie.
He's a taskmaster too.
Taskmaster.
But I want to say thank you. And thank you, Facebook. Thanks, the world, for joining in with us tonight. And let's support these guys. And let's purchase their CD. And let's keep our music alive. And I'm Doris Hall James. And I want to thank you for watching the Indie Show tonight. Good evening.